All right, so for a lot of you out there, I know that life feels overwhelming. It feels like everything you try to do isn't the right thing. Me personally, I went through this stage for a very long time. Ever since I started college and then I ended up dropping out of college, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It all started, when I was kind of reluctant to go to college, but, I made it up in my mind that I was going to go and I was going to do great. I was going to study, I was going to do perfect, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do. But every night when I was in college, I was just walking around campus and I was just thinking, this is not it. And it could have came from just a lot of laziness in me. I didn't like going to class. I didn't like doing my homework. That could have been a big part of it. And I think a lot of the problem was the fact that I was just always in my own head. And through these months of just trying to figure out who I am, that's seriously what I have noticed is anytime that I'm feeling down or I'm feeling just like life is just way too much, it's because I'm living in my own head. The fact that I let just the pressures of life, I had debt going into college, which was not a smart decision for me, and it was totally preventable. I literally got this tattoo and it put me in a debt. That was preventable, and it could have helped me in college if I did not do that. But all is said and done, right? I made my decision to drop out, which was a very hard decision, and it disappointed a lot of people, including myself. And my pride talking is me saying that I don't regret dropping out of college, which I do, but also I don't, because I know that I'm still gonna make it. But there are times when I don't feel like that. And so there was this one specific time where I was working close to where my college was, and I got off work. I was already super emotional during that day, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm an emotional guy, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But just a sad day. Got off work and I found out some bad news, and just I was filling up my gas tank in my car, and I just started hyperventilating, crying, bro. It just all piled up on me at once. And so I waited there. I waited for that all, to calm down. And I ended up driving home, and I was thinking, bro, I can't keep living my life in this state of misery, because I realized that most of the time when I was feeling that state of misery, I was just filling my mind up with crap. I was listening to sad music, and I kept telling myself these depressing things about how life is literally just work, and I was making myself depressed. I wouldn't listen to my parents when they would tell me that life is okay. I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's just all work. Which I can view it that way, but I was trying to put more work on myself because of the fact that I dropped out of college. I wanted to try to do more to show that I'm not a lazy person. Right? I tried to get 2 jobs, and that was just too much for me at the time. Right now I just have one, and to be honest, it's hard to even go to that one because I feel like I'm burnt out. But really looking deep into it, it might just be my brain just trying to play tricks on me, bro. Right now, it's 2 a.m. I've had a lot of time to think today. A lot of my problems have just come from my mindset. And it's way easier said than done. If you look through my past videos, I've always taught this thing about mindset and how having a better mindset will just lead to a better life, which is absolutely true. And why do I not take my own advice? If I, going back in my old videos, if I would have just taken my advice, who knows where I'd be right now? I wouldn't have been in this state of mind all this past few months, bro. And I know a lot of people can relate to this, because as good as other people's lives may seem on social media and everything, everyone has their problems. I know for a fact everyone viewing this has their problems. Everyone has those days where you don't know what you're doing. You're just sad. Life feels way too overwhelming. But trust me, bro, it's going to be okay. And I tell myself this because I know that there will be days in the future where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing still, or I get too overwhelmed and I get back in that depressive state of mind. But right now, I had a really good talk with my friend tonight. Just had a lot of time to think, and I look around like I have everything I need right now. And what I really need to focus on is just being myself and doing what I can. Not trying to do too much, just doing what I can and enjoying the life that I have here on earth. And I feel like that's pretty basic advice, but it really goes a long way. Oh, and for me, I'm going to try my best to keep this state of mind going forward. And I want you to try to do the same. If you're in this mindset, bro, just look around. Think back to every single thing in your life that has gone wrong, and the fact that you are still here, the fact that you persevered through that, and the fact that, you overcame it. It really is such a blessing to know that you can overcome obstacles and just carry those lessons on throughout life. I've learned so much through my time of being depressed and just whatever, dude. Those times sucked, right? But every time that I get in those states, I learn more about myself and I learn more about how to overcome that in the future. And I know that all of this is going to make sense. Because every time that I have been, I've always learned something and I've become a better person as a result. So I encourage you to just take a deep breath, look around, realize that it's okay. You're doing just fine in life, man. All you gotta do is just realize it. It sounds a lot easier said than done. And it is, but trust me on this, bro. Once you get in this state of mind where you can think, where you can just know that you're okay, it will carry on in the future. But anyways, thank you for listening. If you did get some help out of this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It will help me a lot, and it'll help me know that I'm doing the right thing by making these videos. And so I'll see you guys in the next one.